ManyNinjas here. This is actually part 2 of the Wrath of the Black Manta playthrough for episode 26 of Retro Ninja Gaming. If you haven't seen the first part already, there should be an annotation on screen at this point which will link you back to part 1 of the overall gameplay. And if you have already seen it, then it'll just be one more second or so before we continue on. Thanks for watching. Main place of everything. But we don't go to New York first, we go to Rio de Janeiro. For reasons. Okay, in this case, this is actually the other game with the flying section, so I need the fire ring equipped for that. And welcome to what I personally find the hardest segment in the game because of the platforming. These platforms are deceptive. Also, here's the firebomb, which apparently is not so much of a bomb as having meteors or something fall from the sky. Very good weapon, especially if you happen to have more power on there. Dang it, missed that one. And we're back to ninja flying on a kite. I'm pretty sure they just included ninja enemies just so they could reuse the graphics from the actual main player and give it a little more variety. Otherwise, the enemy types are actually pretty limited in this game, aside from the bosses themselves, which are really weird. Oh, wrong special. Need to get some health back. Okay. I guess you can't change the items inside the rooms. Tara leaves us a nice little friendly note. And we have ninjas that we can mostly ignore. Mostly. It's a very good thing you can get the invisibility thing off really fast at times. Well, if I needed health, that would... yeah, that would have been helpful a few seconds ago. Or a few minutes, really. Now, what are the odds there's a power item up here? Pretty good, looks like. I believe this room is actually interesting because this particular hint... oh, oops, nearly kicked something over. Yeah, it's just here. This hints towards there being another kid being kidnapped in a nearby room. Now, I wonder what would happen if you rescued that kid first and then came back here. I haven't tried it yet, so I might have to do that later just to see what happens. Yep, this is where the second kid is. I personally kind of figure right now off the top of my head, it would probably give the message for the first kid and tell you to go back to the other room, and then play this message once you rescue the kid in the first room. So basically just play it in reverse. I think we're nearing like the last hallway of this section. I want to get a little more health back. Well, that makes it a bit easier. That room is oddly isolated, so let's see what's in there. Okay, we have another hidden door to go to. Worth going to, another kid. And imagine that, telling me, shoot at a wall, find a secret. This game really has way too many hidden walls. Yes, on the bright side, we're actually just about full on the power bar now. I wish we could upgrade the life in the same fashion, but since we get health back so quickly, and so generally easy, I guess that's the reason why we don't. That is another ugly bastard. Who doesn't know anything? And the bad guy despawned or decided to go lunch. I don't know which. Oh, no hidden room this time. This is definitely the last area though, because now ninjas are popping up. Which means the boss for this stage should be appearing any second now. Or one of these rooms. Yep, our boss is this guy. And for some reason, I'm playing this incredibly bad right now. But generally, but yeah, that was the Voodoo Warrior. And if you're wondering if that looks out of place, it's because in the original game, you actually found what was best described as a generator room, and you fought an electrical monster. And now we learned the art of the fire rain, which, if I demonstrated it, would effectively look like the same thing as the firebomb, only the explosive meteorites or whatever would fall a lot slower. And El Toro here is confused at how his mighty voodoo warrior could be beaten, although he only shot 2 projectiles every random bit. And now he's running away. Back to New York. Yeah, we'll keep the firebomb, keep invisibility, ground fire, and we almost never use that one, but let's actually demonstrate. This is Fire Rain. Actually, no, that's not Fire Rain. That's my D-pad acting up. And now we have stereotypical 90s server talk. Kid seemed alright with the whole situation, so the Black Manta, who's the Black Manta to argue with this? And of course we have more hidden doors. Before we go over the hidden door, a little bit of health. Now let's go for the hidden door. And it's not one hidden door, but actually several. Turns out nothing of real interest in this section after all, but at least did get a few points for the effort. Somehow they managed to still damage after going invisible but going into the room. So I'm guessing the trick behind that is if you go invisible in another room, it doesn't always work. Alright, stereotypical muscle, but at least less unpleasant looking than everyone else up to this point. I'm letting this play out because here's the brilliant plot of the game, just as I described earlier. You guys are scum. You don't know what you're messing with. Drugs kill. You think you're cool. But you're not. You're just plain dumb. Very strong words from the Black Manta. Probably a good thing he is a really good ninja, because otherwise he's clearly not doing it with the threat department. Unless his interrogation skills, most of the time, leave something to be desired. At least on the bright side, the Black Manta is really good at... Dang. Thought I would have been able to get him before that. At least he's really good at the whole ninja art thing. The firebomb is really good, especially when you have enough power to really add things to it. Although it really does a number on the slowdown. If you're wondering why I seem to be randomly shooting off the firebomb for no good reason, it's because of more of an issue regarding the actual control scheme. Namely, when they give you the directional buttons in order to actually use any of the ninja arts, you have to already be holding that direction before you start charging the attack, otherwise the wrong thing will come out. So if you happen to be holding it when you're standing still and then try doing one of the directions, it'll do it as if you were standing still. Let's start at the end of the room and work our way out. I can't remember if there are actually any kids in this section. Nothing, but I don't even know if getting the actual health items. Oh, another note. Yeah, I don't know if actually getting the health items in this game actually adds points, because if they did, then I've been skipping them for no good reason. Jumped the wrong way for that. Let's try something clever, but I want him stepping the other way. Oh, seriously? Okay, I think we're about maxed up on power now. Just to make sure I max some health. Yes, I am. Well, that confirms it. The life items don't actually get back health. Alright, and there's nothing in that particular wall, it looks like. Though I haven't checked these walls just yet. Okay, nothing there either, I figure. Yeah, I'm officially maxed out on power at this point. Actually, I'd probably get hurt if I tried to grind in that room right now, so let's do an alternative. I would have figured that would have killed him, actually. Actually, no, I want to run this out and use the invincibility there, because unfortunately with the next boss, which is actually a triple threat boss, if you don't happen to be using the, or launching invisibility in that room, it won't count. That was not the right skill. I believe I got to that unscathed. And because we don't have the full amount of stages, I believe this is actually the last stage of the game, off the top of my head. Understandably, El Toro is not so happy about this arrangement. Controller's not happy about this arrangement either right now. A little stiff. So here we go. We're officially in... off the top of my head, I believe the evil organization is called Drat. So we're heading into Drat headquarters here right now. And we'll be introduced to one more style of gameplay that appears for just this stage, as well as meeting El Toro in person. Okay, the firebomb is still good. Invisibility's want to keep that. That, and... yeah, no, I'm still pretty satisfied with the moveset. Here's our new innovation. Elevator action. Your silhouette a la Punch-Out. And you have to either shoot the bad guys, or shoot their bullets out of the air. I'm probably going to skip the interrogation on this stage just because the interrogations tend to range from basically just telling you that the boss has Taro upstairs and telling you nothing. Just to make sure I actually have full health. Yeah, no, I'm back to full health. More elevator action. Only introduce a new doorway, I believe. I believe this is probably the last kid you can actually rescue in this game. Short of Taro, of course. Moving on to level 3. Get a little health back. Conspicuous generosity. And we move from level 3 to level 4. I believe they're going to introduce another doorway. Or at least different doorway placement. That's one of the unfortunate parts. If you actually kill the enemy too soon, occasionally their shots still spawn and still actually hit you, since you can't fire off the next shuriken that quickly. Last note from Taro, giving you the only hint to what is honestly obscure way to beat the boss. In that grab. You need to actually use 4 separate ninja arts in order to actually defeat the boss. Of course, the game is not so generous as to tell you which ones you need, and in what order. Now here's the trick behind this room. In the Famicom port, you're actually supposed to fight, or refight, all 5 bosses. So the layout of this room has actually changed, but you could basically pull the Mega Man and pick the bosses you refought in whatever order you like. But in this port, you only need to fight one of the doors. And each one is corresponding to one of the bosses you fought before. This one tends to be the easier one. It's actually tiny, and with the firebomb that you have, it's a cakewalk. There's a hell of a lot of slowdown, but it's incredibly easy. And now we're in the last room. Or this version's game in the last room. Which does not appear in the Famicom version. The trick behind this room is, as I said, this is the boss room. You have to pick 4 special arts. The game gives you no real hint as to what those 4 arts are. So without a punch and try and letter, you would never figure out that you need the fireball. You need the fire ring as your second attack. You need the spider to get behind the enemy, and effectively, if you throw a regular shuriken after that, it counts as a hit. And the last one is you need missiles as your last hit. And if you don't do it in this order, the boss gets all his health back. And if you happen to accidentally hit Taro with any of these moves, I believe the boss not only gets his health back, but you get hit for damage. So basically it pulls a stage 2 Robocop kind of thing. So now that we have everything properly selected, let us meet our last final boss, the Jukebox. Which once you actually shoot it. Alright, that's hit number 1. Number 2 has to be with the fire ring. Drat. Okay, back to step 1. This is what makes the boss actually hard. And I say that to him loosely. Damn it. Okay, he loses hair. Now we need him to get to the other side for the 3rd hit. And I screwed up. And I'm hitting Taro again, so I need to go underground. I guess the game selected where you can actually hit him. Crap. That sucked. That was going deathless too. Okay, let's try that again. At least I won't need to continue. Yeah, I don't know why I had so much trouble the first time around, folks. And it sucks to have literally died on the last section, but that is indeed the last boss. In case you're wondering what the original last boss was, you actually went to the rooftop of the building to where you fought an enemy gauntlet of basically everything that they've thrown on you in terms of normal enemies in the game. And then the last boss, which was not El Toro as he was shown there, but a generic or a kind of a balding businessman guy, turned into an alien that effectively pulled a Mega Man 2 Wily final boss. And I am not saying that with any exaggeration. That's actually how the game ended. You beat him, you rescue the kid whose name, unfortunately, I don't recall off the top of... I can't talk right now. You rescue the last kid. The game actually shows some credits, unlike what they skipped here. And only then do you have the opportunity to go back to the title screen. What they also have in Ninja Cop Saizo that they don't have here is a level select and a boss rush option that you can actually punch in as a secret code later on. That you probably learn through either kind of random things or through beating the game. So yeah, that is Wrath of the Black Ninja. Unfortunately, I can't claim a deathless run because I had one incredibly stupid death there. Although, at least it feels a little better dying to an actual enemy, because in a few of my test recordings where it would have also gone deathless, I died not to an enemy, but to the first jumping sequence in Rio de Janeiro because I mistimed just how well, or kind of didn't realize just how badly the Black Manta actually jumps on platforms. So that kind of sucked there, but at least no continues. Which, by the way, when you continue, you actually lose all of your power that you have been building up there, so it would have put you basically right at square one. And on the last stage, while you can complete the game that way, it does make it noticeably harder. So, that'll be it for this Retro Ninja Gaming. I'm not sure what I'll be playing next time. Maybe Bob will have another suggestion for me. Except not that game just yet. I need to be able to beat that game consistently first. But we'll figure it out, and we'll catch you all next time. Till then, take care.